My name's Anatoly Anatolispa, and this is Patriots Must Rise. Um, with recent chatter on the internet about Colorado taking Donald Trump off of the ballot, um, it kind of makes me question whether or not the people who are trying to keep their jobs with the next election should have a say in how an election is run. I mean, as an employee, you don't have a say in whether or not you get to keep your job. Why is it an elected official has any say in how an election is run? Because that's basically what an election is doing. It's deciding whether or not the person that is in office should be in office. And to be honest, with recent years, I have yet to see anybody on either side of the aisle that deserves to hold the office that they hold. We are talking pedophiles, um, the level of the perversion is beyond reality. The Dems are talking about whether or not it's right to mutilate our kids. They've always pushed abortion. These are not the examples of the of moral fiber that we need in any aspect of government, because they're supposed to be the leaders that will propel us into tomorrow. Is Donald Trump that leader? I don't know. And it's not really my concern whether or not he is. This episode is actually about whether or not the government, the very people who are on the election ballot, should have a say in whether or not, or in how their election is run. But then the question comes up, if the government's not running it, who will? Well, with the federal government, I believe that there should be only state intervention, as the Constitution says. The federal government should have no say in how each state runs their election. However, at the state level, like for the governorship, I believe that should be um, managed by the federal level. Like in the case of Arizona, with the most recent election, the Secretary of State of Arizona, who coincidentally won the election, who was in charge of the election, by the way, was running the election. She should have stepped down from the elected position or stepped down from the election, because there was an obvious conflict of interest there. This is why I honestly believe that the checks and balances need to be extended away from the federal government or to the federal government according to what the circumstances are. If it's a local election, the local authorities should not be running the election. The state should. If it's a state election, the feds should. If it's a federal election, the state should manage how the election is run. There needs to be checks and balances. I'm Anatoly Anachalisva, and this is Patriots Must Rise. Please, like, subscribe, but most of all, live free, die well, and love your neighbor as Christ has loved you.